Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and we are in Minecraft again today, working on the Fisherman's house or fishing hut, whatever you want to call it, along the Spruce River in West Hill. It's on the Citadel server. It's going to be pretty straightforward. We're going to pick up where we left off yesterday. If you're new to Minecraft or new to the area, then you're going to get a glimpse of like what I do when I start a build. We kind of framed it out with dirt and stairs and spruce and stuff, really rough. Kind of laid out some ideas about where we're going to place things. And I think today I'm going to decide more on like block palettes and style and interior and exterior kind of things. And we do have the tables and chairs data pack. So there are a couple of things that are a little bit easier to do, like kitchen tables and counters and stuff like that. But it's not going to be super fancy because it's just a little fishing house along the river. So that's where we're going to jump in on today. MindTripMedia jumping in with 100 bits. Thanks very much, MindTrip. As always, I appreciate the support. Dan and Blast are kicking around in the chat. A couple of other people that are quietly lurking in the background. Appreciate the lurks. Thanks for coming by. We're just going to jump right in. And I need to jump into a bed because it is dark. I think there's a bed upstairs. It is very dangerous out in the fields around West Hill. To keep them looking like natural looking fields, of course, there's not much light. And so at nighttime, it's just mob city out here. So you got to be careful when you emerge because you never know if there's a creeper walking around in your cornfields. Not that it's a cornfield, but like, you know, zombie in the wheat field, for example. So this is the house that we started yesterday. And we have all of our stuff already here. So you can see that it's just a very, very rough outline. And I think I am going to want to move the shulker boxes because I feel like they're kind of in the way of me judging how the approach to this house feels. So we're going to move those first. I'm going to dump my inventory back into these, actually. It's always nice to start with a clean slate when you can. Is my FOV? Yeah, it's okay. That. Oh, that goes there. We actually might have to go get some other blocks now that I think about it. Might be a good idea to go do that first. Yeah, let's go get a couple of extra shulker boxes. I think I'm going to want some stone bricks and probably a lot of mossy stuff. Probably a pretty wet area. And I also want to get my firefly bushes, because I think they're going to be really cool in this space. First time using them. Should be fun. I really like the clouds in this shader pack. It reminds me of clouds from Super Mario Brothers. I much prefer that look to vanilla Minecraft. That would be a cool mod to have, to like, if you wanted to play vanilla Minecraft, but you just wanted the clouds to look realistic. Because I think like a realistic sky and realistic water go a long way to help Minecraft. I mean, light obviously is the big thing for shaders. But I like these, the pixelated shadows from the shader pack are really cool. I was taking screenshots for the title card for the spawn chunks this week, so I was messing around in Bedrock, Bedrock Edition on PC, trying to get vibrant visuals screenshots. And like, I gotta say, at the stage that it's at right now, vibrant visuals in Bedrock, it's really overexposed. It doesn't look very good. I adjusted the brightness levels and stuff, but it still was not my favorite. I don't think we need gravel. I'm gonna bring a stack of this just in case. You know, we might need that. I don't think we'll need that. Tables and chairs. And that one. That should be good. Hoping for volume sliders for vibrant visuals? What do you mean volume sliders, Dan? It's a visual thing. You mean like volume in terms of like clouds? Under the custom settings for vibrant visuals, there was intensity. There is a brightness slider. If you do custom controls in vibrant visuals, there's a brightness slider. It's one of those things where it shows you 3 images of the Mojang symbol or the creeper face and says like, make this one not visible, make this one barely visible, and then have the other one be white. I didn't find it that accurate. I think you'd want to go darker than what they actually say, but that could also be my monitor being a little bit different. That was in the latest preview, obviously, not in whatever's out right now. I guess the easiest thing to do is probably just going to be cut all this down and customize it later. That's right. We tend to need this stuff anyway. Whoops. Probably some of those. Yeah, we might. And we don't have any. There's no such thing as cracked tough bricks, right? I don't remember. I should know this. Nope. All right. Gonna be losing the sun here in a second. But the whole benefit there is to get the shulker boxes out of the path. So we can have a better view of what this looks like to approach here. And right away I feel like this might be a little bit too wide. Hey, Cosmic Dancer, how's it going? Appreciate the lurk. Yeah, maybe even a little bit thinner, you know? Might want to take a little bit off here. Feel like this might be a little closer over this way. Cosmic Dancer, thank you for you being awesome. Thank you for being awesome. Appreciate it. All right. Yeah, we might want to bring some of this back. Now this I like, but I think I want to make it a lot smaller. So this was part of the original foundation, and I just happen to like the way that it looked when I tore it down. Maybe we'll change that. Take a pass at it like that, maybe. Realizing there's a couple of other things I should have perhaps brought with me, but yeah. So who knows? Like, who knows what that was previously or whatever, but I think that's kind of fun. Just as an example. So as I'm thinking about this space, I want this to feel like a pretty natural path. I think I do like the spruce, I think, for the roof. We could maybe pick out a couple of other different blocks. So I was thinking it would be good to have maybe a wooden bottom to this. I don't know if I want to go with stripped spruce or stripped dark oak. Maybe both. Although jungle could also be fun too. This is where I just have no plan. Like, I just don't know what we could potentially use. And then maybe we could have something going horizontal. Want to use full blocks for that. I don't know. Doesn't quite match. That feels a little bit better. More like a fishing design. What I should do is I should pop back over to what I've been doing. Oh, that doesn't, that's inconsistent. I forgot about the jungle direction. Right. To get it to show the same on both sides, you've got to go with the horizontal texture. I wish that wasn't the case. It's the kind of thing where, like, you just want them to give us more control. So you can see where having a dirt frame really helps as you go and you want to, you know, make things permanent. Like you can, I could have moved this dirt thing anywhere. I'm pretty happy with the location. I think the spruce looks better than the dark oak. We could also work in some spruce planks, maybe. Want to try some jungle? Spruce planks, of course, are going to be very similar to the roof. How do we want to handle that inside? I guess we could shave off this corner. That looks kind of funny. The dirt slabs are a combination of a data pack and a texture pack. So the data pack just allows you to create coarse dirt slabs by making a petrified oak slab. Petrified oak slab is something from the game early on that you cannot craft in survival, in vanilla, but it is available in creative. And so the crafting recipe data pack just gives you access to craft the petrified oak slab in vanilla survival, and then you just add a texture of coarse dirt to the petrified oak slab in a regular resource pack. So it's not even a mod. Like you can do it with just regular vanilla gameplay. So the reason I'm flying over here is because we have another fishing hut thing, and this is, oh wow, okay. So this, I did go dark oak. Oh, barrels. Right. I like the idea of using some more barrels. I do like the dark oak trim too. You're mostly a farmer and a trader in your Minecraft world? Nice. Spades, welcome in. We're working on this little fishing house today. That's the plan. Yeah, I don't know about the jungle planks. They're a little bit light. I don't think... Oh, I've got it in my ender chest. Yes. So this is not working out. We could do barrels going up. Or we could do barrels going across. Probably vertical is better. I'm still okay with the jungle for the supports. Maybe we go with jungle wood in the roof. That's not bad. That keeps the spruce trim on the roof, and we're not just making yet another dark oak spruce trim thing. I wonder if this would look good a little farther out. Maybe we could make it asymmetrical. That's kind of fun. We'd have to pick something else for the walls other than spruce planks, though. And if I do that, then I can maybe trim this out. Oh, but then we've got this weird window thing. That's right. I guess we could do some spruce trapdoor magic. That is probably going to need to be stone. Maybe we'll make the chimney out of tuff. That feels kind of close. Maybe we can come up with a different way of doing this. It's the wrong texture, but it's the right shape. Maybe we don't do a fireplace. Maybe what's here is a furnace. Maybe we'll get like a smoker. So rather than an open fireplace, we could just have this sitting in the kitchen. So you can see how I like to bounce back and forth inside to outside. Packed mud bricks for, I mean, yes, but for what? Some weird squid action. I really wish they would fix that. It's such a weird takeaway. Well, I don't like this. So we'll go back to jungle, I guess. And we could add a little bit to this stuff, like we could put signs on those. These are all going to have to be upside down anyway. Feeling kind of dark, but that's probably because the sun is setting on the other side. What do I have the most slabs in? Probably spruce, yeah. The Daddy Death, hello, welcome back. Realizing that this place is only going to get the light of day in the mornings, the evenings, the front of it is going to be very dark. So one thing that's nice about that is that you get the tops of the barrels. I think that's an interesting texture for like a windowsill. And this isn't a main build, so like I don't think it needs to be super perfect. You've brought nachos. Did you bring nachos for everybody? Are you aware of the potential wrath my chat will have if you make them hungry? Myself included. And I just had lunch. See, this to me feels like it needs to be a different material. Not that material. Yeah. See, that feels okay, but that feels a little bit big. So we're probably going to put these on the edges. I don't know whether this would look good. with a little bit of a difference. It's not terrible. Maybe this is only a smaller window. Not my favorite there. Maybe this has to be a really small window. I need to get my data pack sorted. I really want to be able to make all my wood pieces in the stone cutter again. It's on my to-do list. That feels a little funny. What if we just reduced it down so it's centered over the window? Yeah. Has a little character to it. I'm all right with that. You're very meticulous with your build. It's rad. I think I can learn some patience just from watching you build. Thanks. I appreciate that. I mean, this is a project that's taken me almost 5 years, so I'm pretty patient by default. That's kind of like my mode. I think maybe I'm probably patient to a fault. Not so much with Minecraft, but certainly with other things in life. I could maybe be a little bit more I'm not sure what the word is. Assertive. If we do blocks in the roof, then we can probably get away with more texture variations than just stairs, so I'm probably going to do that. I know this is kind of a multi-placement thing, but I really just want stripped stuff in my inventory. Nothing worse than using pick block and not being able to have the thing in your inventory to actually pick the block from. And the axe is fast enough that this doesn't take too long. Are the eyes on your character texture white? Yes. I think so. Yeah, I also have white glasses on. They look like my my other glasses. Do I have them? They're way over there. I've got like those clear acetate frames. Like I've got like some heavier frame glasses. They've got a scratch on them though. That's why I'm not wearing them on stream. See, I want a little bit more of a horizontal texture difference. That's pretty good. Rough it up a little bit. And maybe the plates for the doors is where we could sneak in a little dark oak, because it's going to look like soiled and heavier. So this would be interesting. I guess we'll put it here. Challenge, of course, in using this in the walls is that it's going to be tricky to do the interior. So I'll have to change that. That's probably going to be a table anyway. And that might be a good one to do a jungle table. I don't know, maybe the floor is going to be jungle. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. So in changing the way that the outside looks, I've kind of ruined my little bed nook. So I'll have to come up with a better way to handle that. Might as well do their other tables, and no room at the end. I also have a mod called 3D models. So it gives like, probably easier to see in this way. It gives like an edge to your character. So like my glasses, the helmet is a good example of what the vanilla geometry looks like. It's a flat pixel plane, but like my glasses actually have like an edge to them, whereas my helmet doesn't. Same thing with the sleeves. They don't look the best texture wise, but I think it's a cool way to have some depth. It doesn't really matter. I'm usually the only one on the server anyway. I think that's pretty good. I might want to do something else. Oops, not that. I might have to change the directions on those. So I've got the 3D trapdoors, and sometimes it does present a couple of challenges in terms of the way that it looks from the side. But it can also give you a little bit of extra detail that you don't normally get in the vanilla model. Oh, that goes in the wrong spot. Yeah, I don't think we need a sign above the door. We could have a sign out here, though, maybe. It would have to be a little bit thinner. Kind of blocks the view. Maybe we just put it on the other side. Still kind of chunky. Maybe. You use the 3D character model. 3D skin layers is the name of it. And you say it gives you bangs. Yeah. So there's, I mean, the little thumbnail there. That's kind of cool. 3D skulls are on. 3D skull items. 3D hat, 3D jacket. So I don't think. It's weird that it kind of gets in the way of my character. Everything is on. Everything is default, I think. That change the sleeves? No. Yeah, like I said, doesn't really matter for me on the server. I want to scoot and copy the Unicode thing that we had. So there's this one. I think there's another one over here. I don't remember. I thought I saw it when we were working in this area last week. Where did I see that? thought it was around here somewhere. That's just the letter O. Unfortunately, the brown dye doesn't look good with this shader pack. I need to look into a way to maybe remove the colored dye on the signs from the shader pack. Ooh, where did I see that? It's gonna bug me now. Is it in here? No. I thought there was a creeper there for a second. Those signs have all got the dots on them. Circles. Just the letter O. Man, where did I see that? Wasn't in here. Oh, I wonder if it was on the sign over here. Okay, so it is the same one. Okay. Right, never mind. Wish I had seen that yesterday. One of the tricks I like to use when I'm building is, rather than flying right over to my build, I like to land next to it and then walk up to it. And I feel like doing that over and over again, you get a real feel for how it feels to approach it. We'll decide which ones we like better. I think I like the dot for now. Oh, I should have waited, I guess, to like put the textures on those. Silvery, thanks for the lurk. I really appreciate it. All right, before we go any further inside, I think we should decide what the floor is going to look like. And I want something that I can add a little bit of texture to. And I don't think it's going to look good if it's all spruce. We should also... Maybe I'll just throw a couple of torches in here just for now. Just so we can see what we're doing. I guess we could also do like a stone floor. Maybe like a gross, tough floor. It's that or maybe jungle. I'm worried the jungle might be a little bit too light. Plus the jungle's going to be in the ceiling. Yeah, that to me does not feel kind of grungy enough. That is just too blue. It kind of messes with the... Yeah, not neutral enough, so maybe not tough. Maybe we'll do cobblestone. Or a lot of cracked bricks. Oh, we also have dripstone. And brown mushroom. Alright, well, not the mushroom. Sort of like the acacia. Dripstone's not bad. What if we replaced this with dripstone? Nope. They do look good together, just not as a floor. I feel like spruce is just going to be boring. Maybe we've got to go with oak. It's not bad, it just feels very clean. That's the only issue that I have with it. I'm also fine with a portion of this being... oh yeah, that's not going to work then. Portion of this being stone. I think this is just going to have to move. Not bad. I think maybe we move this. Obviously, it's not going to stay cobble. But then where do we put the bed? I mean, I guess the bed could be in the corner. Don't have a spare bed. We'll just make one. So maybe we move the bed over here. Then we can put another table over on the other side. So instead of having the table in the middle of the room, we could just put it under the window. And then we could do something else here, maybe some sort of closet. Need my doors. I need more doors than that. That works. I like that. That feels a bit funky. I think we can... That's a mistake, actually. This whole thing is wrong. I might get into the, into the settings on this shader pack and turn down the orangeness that happens at sunset. Oops. Interesting. I guess that's... I'll have to figure out how the gables are going to go. There was a bed right next to me. It's just autopilot, right? Cream soda. Welcome in. Hello. Light gray terracotta goes well with dripstone, says the Nookie. Light gray terracotta. Light gray terracotta. You are right, I think. I just don't know if that's what I want for a floor. Yeah, that does go very well. I think the purple just doesn't match the warmer browns we've got going on. Even though it is a warmer purple. I just realized the time. I need to take a break. I am well over an hour here. So give me a few minutes, folks. I take a break once an hour. Gives me a chance to grab another glass of water. Things are coming together pretty well. We've got a few things left to finish up on the roof with some textures and whatnot. But we're getting there. Yeah, we definitely need to spice up that texture, but not bad. Not bad overall. I like the scale of it. I feel like it's just big enough. Just big enough. Alright, I'm going to hop over into the farmhouse here for a little AFK while I grab another glass of water. You can just hang out, talk amongst yourselves. You can grab a friend and let them know that we're streaming. We're always trying to grow the channel. And recommendations are a great way to do that. So give me about 6 minutes or so. I'll be right back. All right, let's see what kind of mischief we can get into on the inside of this place. I'm excited to make some changes to the wheat field too. You know, I don't mind the oak floor. It's not the end of the world. Don't know about that space though. I feel like we're going to need something else there. And the door have to be on the outside. Which is fine. Or it has to be on the inside. In this space here. That's probably better. Yeah. So right away, I'm thinking we need to add some structural things in here. And I'm thinking the easiest thing to do is going to be spruce. Like that. Don't like the way that torches cast lights on those tables. It always splits them in half. How do you wheel your break down to 6 minutes? Very accurate. The length of the song. It's the track. The track is 6 minutes long. It just really, I feel a better break is like 7 to 8. It's like it's enough time to go to the washroom, grab another cup of coffee or another glass of water, When I play Satisfactory, it's usually I think it's a 7 or 8 minute break. 6 I find short. I find that I'll go over on 6. Like the counter will be at 0 and I'll still be another minute or 2 sometimes. These are easy window dressings, and if you do it right, you can do it that way, or you can do it this way. Oh, we're gonna have to change that barrel. They're probably all wrong. Not that it really matters, but just in case we have to change things later. See, then we can still put something on the windowsill, so that's why I like that a little bit better. Whoops. Crap. Yeah, I like that look better. Don't know. Maybe we can do this and have something on both windowsills? Can I do this and have it look good on top of oak, I wonder? Yeah. I think I might have used the same texture too close inside. Yeah, let's switch that up. Then we do the same thing here. Kind of like that closed. We could have it go up. No, I can't do that in that space. Let's try. If it's going to be closed, maybe we'll close it on the outside. This is kind of unique. I don't think I've ever done a door like this. I do find like I try to branch out when I'm doing kind of like these off to the side houses. It's kind of fun to experiment with how you can make something look good. I feel like we might want to go a little bit farther. Yeah. I think that looks pretty good. This is, I guess, supposed to be barrels, isn't it? Now the doors are different, but I feel like on here we should stick with the barrels. I don't think this would look good as a window. No. And then for this one, I guess we'll just have it closed. I think this will look like a stovepipe. Ah, so those show up. So we'll have to figure out how to handle this gable. I didn't do the other one either. I had used bees' nests in the previous one. The one down by the low town. Oh, yeah. When I said 6 minutes, I think I just slipped. Usually I just say 5 or 6 minutes, and then I'd come back after 6. But yeah. It would be very funny if I changed it one day. Just like, I'll be back in 7 minutes and 15 seconds. And like, that was the... I've got a button on my stream deck that when I press it, it does a bunch of things. Like it switches the scene, it plays the music, and it sets a timer for 6 minutes. Like I can change that timer to be whatever I want. I just have to remember what it is. What was I looking for? More planks. Oh, Wrong thing. We out of trapdoors? You're out of trapdoors. Vandalite. That's a fun username. How did you find the stream? Mud floor. I don't know. I don't think that would be. I want this. I feel like it has to have just a little bit more going on for it. I guess I could take that back to a slab, or I could do. No, I can't do trapdoors. No, I guess a stair is the way to go. We are going to do a stair on both of them. That's what's going to happen. That looks okay. I may have to play with this one. Inouye has followed. Thanks very much for the follow. That works. So the question is, like, what do we want to put inside here on the gables? I don't think I want to do the same thing. Like, I don't think I want to just keep on going with this, right? I mean, I guess it looks okay. Maybe we could put jungle up there. If we do that, we need some sort of thing in here. So I remove this and we go jungle. Then we need something to separate that, because I find that looks weird. So we might have to go with some trapdoors. But that's only going to work on the sides. It's very dark in there, even though it's daytime. I wonder if we can work in a couple of windows into the roof. Now I know I have a better ratio in my data pack that I need to update for trapdoors. Man, they are expensive. Mimic some natural light sources. Yeah, that works. And then I guess that, or signs might help, but it's still not going to get rid of the line. It's better than... It helps a little bit. I might like that better, though. Whoops. The little bits are okay. It's big sections look kind of funny. I wonder if stripped jungle would look good. It won't be as busy. A little bit too bright, isn't it? Don't mind it. Although then it doesn't match the side here. We're probably going to end up with a mix of them anyway. Like I imagine when I go and texture the roof, there's going to be a bit of this going on. Probably going to have a little bit more stuff like this. We could also try barrels. Barrels might work too. Spades, thanks so much for being here. Have a good one. Take care. So then how do we connect this up? So we just do like a corner. That looks okay. Yeah, that's not bad. I do feel like this needs some sort of drop to it. We could put in like a stripped spruce. Usually I try to have some sort of like beam or ridgepole. That does close it off quite a bit, doesn't it? We could add some flavor up there, I guess. Yeah, we definitely need something. There's a rainbow. That's cool. And that's a creeper. Oh, not cool. I think that's really cool that they added rainbows in this shader pack. Are you stuck up there, Mr. Creeper? I think you probably are. Coming together, I think what it needs in the roof is definitely a skylight. And if I was going to do that, probably here. Just so it's a little bit less dark on the inside. And if I was to do that, I would say probably these. Or we could put them on the inside. And we don't even have to do a full skylight. We could even do just like a little one. So really tiny. And then it stays centered in that space. Doesn't really matter. You can't see it. think I like the jungle. It stands out a little bit less. Mamu Bar? Mamu Bear. Mamu Bear, I think. Thanks very much for the follow. Appreciate it. It does look a little bit strange sticking out there, though. Maybe we need to make that a little bit larger. If I go sideways with it, then that happens. But then I could also just come in here and add some detail work up there. It does feel a little bit strange. I think I like the smaller hole better. Mm-hmm. Trying to remember what other woods go really good with jungle and a roof. I think I used to know this. What other woods? It's not acacia. It might not even be woods, it might be another material. It might be mushroom? Not bad. It's very bright. You know what? I bet you it's mushroom block with a sign on it. I feel like I've done this before. Momo Bear, how'd you find the stream? Brown concrete powder with jungle signs, mud bricks and jungle signs. That's mushroom block and it's packed mud. Yeah. I remember now. It's nice to have 4 years of building of your own to just go back and reference. Brown concrete powder. Brown concrete powder might be a little bit dark, so we'll go with mud brick, which I think I have to bring back with me. Cool. I got a little bit of space. Mud brick and That should be it. You've been following the Spawn Chunks. Glad to see the Citadel properly after hearing so much about it. Well, that's awesome. Thanks very much. Give you a quick flyby. This is all of the town of West Hill. There's the keep that I've been in the last few weeks. And right now we're working on the fishing house way at the other end of the valley. So everything from there to there is what I consider like the West Hill Valley. So like that's the border there, and then the river here is essentially the border. We're gonna decorate this other riverbank, but right now we're just on this house. I think it's just 1-to-1 for this stuff, isn't it? Yes. I want a place where I can put a sign on it. Now that's going to show through, so we might not put it there. Oh, you're welcome. If you go to my YouTube channel, Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube, and look for the tables and chairs replacement streams, I basically had to walk around to every building in the town, right? So every building in here and replace the tables and chairs. And so if you want a tour, you know, you'll get that. I mean, or you can hang tight for about a month, and I say month, fingers crossed, that by the end of June I'll have this area done, and then I'm going to be inviting some people in for tours, like other creators and stuff. I feel like it might be good to have some stuff up here. I don't know about the signs, or at least if I have the signs, maybe we don't do the little nails on them, because I didn't do that before. This is just to kind of have like a layered texture where it looks like it's probably easier just to break the sign. So it looks like a darker jungle wood. That works. Don't know if I've overused it. Maybe a little bit. It's pretty good. Pandas Bambus, I think that's how you say that. Welcome in. Thanks for the follow. How did you find the stream? It's a bunch of new people kicking around. Just want to be careful that this looks okay from inside. May have to think about that cross section. Cross section might actually be better off as a full slab. It'll look better when we fix the end here. I guess we can just have it be sections of 3. This is not a plan, I just kind of going with the flow. I don't want it to look too fancy. I know that much. A little rundown would be okay. That one's got a chimney on it. That looks pretty good. There we go. What did I do on the front here? Sort of highlighted the window a little bit, so we'll do that on the back. It's probably the way it's going to stay. If anything, I might want to put an upside down stair here. Yeah, that's better. There was just a lot going on texture-wise in the corner there. Thanks for the reminder, Dan. I've actually just got to wrap up what we've been doing. And this needs a window, which I guess we'll have closed or maybe open. That looks a little bit funny. It's that, or I have it open the other way. I think I like having it open the other way. And then we can put something on the windowsill. So we still have the back part of the roof to texture. I think we've got a good mission. Like, I think it's looking solid. Obviously, I have to choose some textures in here. The inside here... I guess what I could do is... I went solid across there. I think that's a little... It's not boring. Maybe slabs are better. Yet more trapdoors. Can't believe that a stack only gives you 20. I don't mind the dark oak at the back. Thanks very much, Sanuki. Have a good one. What part of town, asks Sussy Skittles? We are way up here in the north. So there's the bridge coming into the valley, and Westell is... There's the main gate there, so we're up here. So just like the experience of coming over the bridge and having something cool to look at. I just wanted to finish up these interior thoughts. I think that keeps it interesting. That's probably going to end up being stone. Man, we keep on losing the light to rain. You know what? I'm exercising my admin privileges. It's rained a lot today, and it just gets really dark when you're trying to show things off. Oh, that looks kind of weird, doesn't it? Is that better? Not really. That's outside. but you can't really see that. We could probably get away with spruce there. I like the closet. That's fun. I think that's a good first pass. And you know what? I don't mind that dark part. I don't think we can get away with it here. We might be able to. We'd want the door to be here. Nice. Not bad. So we'll have to add the final details, texturing the roof, and we'll do some tables and chairs stuff tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to keep the jungle chair. They're a little bit red. So I might go with, maybe we'll go with dark oak. Dark oak might be better. That way anything we put on top of them is really going to stand out. Obviously I need to put in some different textures in here too. So we'll make that look more like a intentional floor. I do like putting smooth stone there. I don't think I have any on me right now. No. So we'll try one of these. Oh, I've got polished andesite. Wait a minute. Yeah, I've got slab. Polished andesite's gonna be too fancy looking, so we'll do. We could do polished tough as well. Again, this might be too blue. Not bad, actually looks kind of dirty. Too shiny. Another good trick is actually using coal ore. Yeah, I think it's down to either the polished tough or... Do I have coal ore? Do? Because then it looks like there's like soot on the ground. Ash from the fireplace. I don't know, that might be a little bit too much, but we'll leave it like that for now. This is bugging me now that I've said it. I think maybe we'll switch these. Yeah. Cool. And then we'll turn this into some sort of kitchen thing. Maybe we'll add something here. I don't think I want that to go all the way to the edge. I feel like maybe we could put a cauldron there, or maybe we put the cauldron in the middle. I feel like obviously there'd be you'd want to be able to do some stuff in here. I think what we're going to do in terms of like a place to clean the fish, like a chopping and gutting stuff, like we'll put that out here. So I'll probably have a couple of cauldrons and some workbenches and things. So yeah, cool. Yeah, the dark oak does look better. I agree. I agree, Sussy. And thanks again for coming by. I'm sorry that you're coming in at the end, but I do have to get to the gym today. Not bad. This is sticking out a little bit color-wise, so we might have to tone that down a bit. I like the tough. I think the tough inside is a little bit more subtle. Or we could just make the whole thing out of deep slate, which could also work very well. And I'm on the fence about the coal. I mean, we might be able to just like keep it, but just not have it be there. Like maybe this is the better way to go. You know, that sort of works. Or we could have, here's an idea. I know you guys are just like, Joel, keep on saying you're going to wrap things up. If we do that, and then we could put maybe, if I had a coal mini block, which I don't think I do. Not on me. But we could have like, we could have something there. Or we could have a fire, like a extinguished campfire. Can't really see the coal, but it's still a cool idea. I think I do like the logs there. Yep. We'll get there. Anyway, sun's going down, and that's going to be my cue to wrap things up. Let me just see if I can find somebody else playing Minecraft. As you guys see the textures. Not bad. Pretty good for one day. Pretty good for one day. We sent everybody over to Megabyte yesterday. Let's raid Fwip. Fwip is live. I think you will very much enjoy your time with Fwip. Looks like he's just starting too. So thanks very much, folks. I really appreciate your time here. If you'd like to follow on social media, it's at Joel Duggan, very easy to find. At Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube to see everything that I've done in this area. The last 4 years of VODs are available on various different playlists, usually arranged by year, and I do a pretty good job of naming the video so you know what you're going to get. You can check those out over at Joel Duggan VODs. Check out the Spawn Chunks podcast as well as the Citadel Cafe podcasts. They're both free. It's an easy way to support me. Just listen. And you can share this with friends. You know, word of mouth, easiest way to support the channel. Just tell a friend about the stream, about the podcasts, and bring in more people. The more people, the merrier. I am going to be live again tomorrow, 1 o'clock Atlantic. That's UTC minus 3 hours, I think, right now. And we'll be back probably with more Minecraft because I'm enjoying this build. So until then, have a good one. Bye for now.